Good Thursday morning, everyone. Looking at our weather forecast changes that have recently been made. This is something I mentioned last night, but in case you missed that update, the Arctic front is still on track to cross the plateau tonight sometime between 8 and 10 p.m. A winter weather advisory has been issued by the National Weather Service for tonight for around an inch of snow accumulation. Some folks will get a little bit more, some folks will get a little bit less. The favored areas for the higher accumulations will be along the western edge of the plateau, say from Mayland to Monterey to west of Jamestown. I can foresee I-40 at Monterey being almost impassable, if not completely impassable, as this Arctic front passes. We all know that's a very tricky spot anyway, but man, that western edge of the plateau, when those Arctic fronts hit that area, snow can come down in bursts, temperatures plummeting. It can really catch travelers off guard if they've not been paying attention to the weather forecast. A wind advisory will likely be issued for tonight for winds that could gust to 40 miles per hour or better with the frontal passage and for a few hours thereafter. Then winds will begin to subside and drop on down to the 25 to 30 mile per hour gust range, and that will be with us through Friday and into Friday night. Looking at our weather map for today, lots of wintry weather across the nation. Across the eastern portion of the nation, you see that Arctic front coming through Missouri this morning. It is right on time, and we'll be tracking that as it comes closer to Tennessee and actually crosses the state as we go through the afternoon and evening. And I'll be here tracking that front all day. Look at our 5-day forecast, 47 for today with 70% chance for showers. We take about a 50-degree temperature plunge to 5 below zero at least tonight. Some of the models coming in this morning are suggesting 7 to 8 below zero. We'll see how that works out. Windy, 30% chance for showers Friday, for snow flurries Friday morning, continued windy, and then windy on into Friday night with 5 below zero. Then on Saturday, we'll warm up to 13. Then we take a 10-degree jump to 23 on Christmas, and then we take another 10-degree jump to 33 on Monday. And I've got good news for those of you who are not looking forward to this cold weather. Temperatures just keep on rising on up as we get on into next week. It looks like a pretty significant warming trend in store for us, but I'm telling you, we could not warm up. It doesn't take much warm air to make -5 feel a whole lot better, especially with all the wind that we're going to have. That's going to make things so dangerous. That wind chill warning is in effect for tonight and Friday, and will probably be extended into Friday night. We'll see how gusty the winds stay into that night, but nevertheless, dangerous wind chills, possibly a feels like temperature of as much as 25 below zero. So definitely a high risk of frostbite, definitely a high risk of hypothermia. If you must travel tonight, please travel safely. And by traveling safely, I mean take food, take water, take blankets, a fully charged cell phone with a cell phone charger, just in case you get in trouble. And if you do get into trouble, stay with your vehicle. Do not leave the vehicle. That's when people get into serious troubles, especially with temperatures as cold as what we're going to have tonight. And we're not used to this kind of cold. This is not a typical cold front for sure. So once the Arctic front passes tonight, travel is not advised for the rest of the night. Now Friday, we have flurries in the morning. It's going to be very cold, dangerously cold. Do not be outside if you don't have to be on Friday. And if you do, make sure all your skin is covered. And then Christmas Eve and Christmas Day continued cold. Now I will say this. Folks have asked me, will roads improve on Friday? Well, by Friday afternoon, they might improve a little bit, even with our bitter cold temperatures, because the Arctic air is so dry that the snow will literally try to evaporate into the air. We call that sublimation. So we may actually see that help us out, especially even Friday night. So things may be looking better by Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, because road treatment doesn't work with the temperatures that we're going to have tonight and tomorrow. It's only good down to a certain temperature. I think that's in the 20s. It might be in the teens, but nevertheless, we're going to be below zero, and I know it doesn't work below zero. So it does buy us some time, though. That's why they pre-treated the roads. It does buy us some time tonight. So we need all the time we can get. And then after that, though, after we get later into the night, that road treatment's just simply not going to work. On this day in 1989, we were cold. Clarksville, northwest of Nashville, went to 12 below, while Crossville went to 8 below. Which is very interesting because we may end up busting that tonight. We're going to 5 below, we know for sure, very sure. We may even go on down to 8 below. So we'll see how that works out. And I'll be tracking that Arctic front as we go through the day. I got another planned update at 3 p.m., but I'll do an update earlier than that if needed. and then I'll be tracking it through the afternoon into the evening. I've got even more information in the blog this morning, including some model data and even some more graphics, so a little bit more description there as well. So you folks have a wonderful day and keep looking up, and just keep it right here to meteorologistmark.com.